and welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and I put the sass in sarsaparilla. And this is Whatcha Figure. And today, we're going to be opening up some big figures. Literally giant figures. At least that's what they say on the packaging. They're giant figures. So my son was gifted a present back around his birthday time. And we haven't opened it up just yet because, you know what? We got to get at least one more of these, right? Who am I talking about? Well, he was given this. He was given Leonardo. I was like, well, you can't just have a Leonardo in the group, right? You got to have more than that. You got to have at least another Ninja Turtle. So to go with Leonardo, I figured we'd get Raphael. And these are also from the Mutant Mayhem movie, the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie that came out not too long ago. And my son loved, so I mean, it was a perfect gift for him. Shout out to my partner in crime, Muskeg, from our Wasted Opinions channel. So that's him and his wife and kids. They gave this Leonardo to my son, and he loves it, and he can't wait till I open it up, obviously. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to open this guy up, and we're going to see where it goes from there. So, but first, we'll take a look at the packaging. So, as you can see, yes, Leonardo is a pretty big figure, literally a giant Leonardo, as it says. And the packaging is pretty similar to the little figures that I opened up recently on my channel, too. A lot of the purples and the brick and the bit of graffiti and stuff going on with the packaging. This says 4+, so make sure you're older than that. Playmates makes these, includes twin katanas. This one has, obviously, because he's Leonardo. So that's a a big image of Leonardo right there. It says giant Leonardo. It says the Mutant Mayhem symbol on the top there for the movie. On this side here, just a lot of the same stuff right there. And then it says right there, he's about 12 inches is what it's telling you right there. And another big image of Leonardo. So yeah, not too much going on. Pretty basic for the packaging. And then yeah, more of the same stuff there. And then nothing to show on the top, but on the bottom, it says right there, you can also get giant Raphael, which I don't know why they haven't done a Michelangelo and a Donatello yet. I'm hoping they do, because it'd be just a shame to have just the two turtles when there's just 4 turtles and, you know, everybody has their favorite. So, yeah, it'd be too bad if they didn't do the other 2. But that's it for Leonardo. So next up, we will do Raphael. And so the one with all the anger issues, giant Raphael right there. And similar to the Leonardo one's got an image of the character, I should say, from the movie right there. It is a big old figure, obviously. It's probably the same size as Leonardo. 4+, Playmates, twin size included, it says, as well. And then, yeah, also the Mutant Mayhem symbol. Looking really badass, as he always does. Same stuff on the side, giant Raphael, blah, blah, blah. And then it says he's about 12 inches as well, too. And then there's another big image of the character from the movie. Looking pretty cool as ever. And same stuff there. And on the bottom, it says you can also get Leonardo. So once again, not saying Donatello or Michelangelo for some reason, but I'm hoping they make those guys. They got to make the whole crew. You can't just have 2 turtles out of 4, right? So yeah, that's going to do it for the box comparisons. Next up, we will open the packaging. So there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. All right, so here we have Leonardo out of the packaging, and he's looking pretty darn giant. As we do, though, we like to look at the accessories first, so let's start with those. These 2 swords, 2 katana swords, which are, I think, identical. If you look at them, they don't seem to have any distinguishing things that are different. Maybe just, yeah, they're basically the same exact thing. That's all it is. So yeah, they're pretty basic. Just got the brown handles and hilt, and then they got the gray sword going on. Gray blade, I should say. Yeah, nothing too crazy about them. Just very, very simple. They do the job. That is exactly what you want in a Leonardo's weapon and his swords. And so now let's look at Leonardo himself. Big guy. I can't really bring him too much closer to the camera because he is so darn big. But we can do this. It's got, you know, some of the detailing that you get from the movie. It's kind of like the blockier look for the figures that they have going on. Not so much like the old Playmates toys or, you know, some of the other toys that have come out. This is definitely from the movie. This is the look that they're going for. And the green kind of encapsulates that as well, too. The color, the tone of his himself. And yeah, he looks cool. He's big. He looks similar to what the movie version of him does. He looks a lot like a bigger version of the smaller toy that I have of his, or that Henry has of his, I should say, that I opened up on the channel as well. But he's got two little throwing stars there, it looks like. He's got his L for his Leonardo. Got the strap going across because he's obviously got the katanas. He's got a strap to his back, which go there, which is, reminiscent of old school toys as well, too. And yeah, he doesn't have as much posability as the smaller versions do, but he does have some. But it's just, yeah, it's very, very limiting. When they're this big, I guess it's kind of hard to make guys pose as well as you can with the smaller figures, I suppose. So I guess we'll get into that right now. His head can tilt, well, he can go forward and back about that far, and tilt left and right, and then it can spin all the way around. And then his arms go up about that far, which is quite far actually. With yeah, it's a pretty good joint there. But he doesn't have any other joints in the elbows or anything like that. So it's just very static pose for the arm. But he does have the wrist movement right there. No wrist action forward and back or anything like that. Just twist. That's all you get right there. And there's obviously no ab crunch or anything like that. He's pretty basic. The legs do, however, go out pretty good. You can do a Van Damme pose. Good splits right there. And then they also do have joints at the knees, unlike the arms. But there is no joints at the feet, so it's going to be very limiting where you can pose him, how you can pose him, and whatnot. And the one thing I wish they kind of changed was the bottom of the feet, how they're so hollow right there. I kind of wish that was filled in so you wouldn't have that hollow look. So if you want to have him posing, like doing a kick or something like that, you wouldn't have that weird, awkward, just blank spot in the bottom. But yeah, that's Leonardo. That's what he looks like. I'll do Raphael up next, and then after that we'll do a bit of comparing to the other figures that we have as well too. So stay tuned for that. And here we have the cool but rude dude with the attitude, Raphael. The guy that's always willing to fight, kick some butt. But starting with his accessories, we'll take a look at those, which are these two sides, obviously, because it's Raphael. And similar to his toy version, he's got like a bit of a wrapping right here. It's I don't know, it's supposed to be like duct tape or what that was all about, but I don't remember it being a part of the movie that really mattered or anything like that. It wasn't an important part. But yeah, that's that one, and then this one does not have the wrapping, so it's they're basically the exact same thing. Other than that, it's even like the shaping and everything is going the same. I got the brown handling similar to Leonardo's katanas, I should say, and then the gray. I guess blades, you could say. So yeah, that's very similar look to what he had for the little version of himself, and makes sense because they're based on the same property. And so yeah, this is going to be the figure itself, the big, bulky dude, Raphael. Obviously he's got the full top bandana that he wears, unlike the other guys, which is been seen a few times now in other movies and TV shows, which is, I'm kind of getting used to it. It's not something that I hate. I would prefer having the regular bandana, but I don't hate it anymore. It's something that it's grown on me. And I like that he's got like some scarring on his shell. And yeah, he's got a slightly different green color, similar to Leonardo. They're not exactly the same color, which is cool because that's what they were in the movie. They were different colors, and in the other toys they're different colors, which is cool. So let's look at some of articulation, I guess, as well too. It goes his head goes down. That's as far as his head goes down right there, and then his head goes up that far, left, right, turn all the way around as well, and his arms go up just like Leo's do, quite far. And again, there's no movement at the elbow or anything like that. There's no joint there, anything like that. But there is the wrist that twists all the way around. Oh, sorry, that's not the wrist twisting. There's the wrist twisting, which is nice. And then, yeah, again, he can do the splits similar to Leo. Look at that Van Damme pose. Well done. And then the knees go back that far, and there's obviously no joint at the wrist or sorry, at the ankle or anything like that. So we're gonna get very limited posing with these guys. There's only so much that they can do. But I do like the way that he looks. Again, he looks a lot like the smaller version of him. He's got the slots here for his size, and he's got this I don't know if it's a pouch, like maybe for like I don't know, for like bombs, like what do you call them? Smoke bombs that they throw sometimes. That's what I'm guessing it is. I got the shell on the back there. Got the belt going around. Yeah, pretty basic, but looks pretty cool. I like the way that these guys look. So next up, we'll do a little bit of comparing with the little figures themselves, and we'll see how they fare. So stay tuned for that. All right, so for comparison, you can see they got a smaller version of Leonardo and a smaller version of Raphael as well, too. Obviously, they have more animated faces here on there. It looks like they got their teeth showing, and they got he's like making an angry face, and he's making kind of like a, I don't know, a smart-ass smirk face, it looks like. Whereas the big versions are kind of more stoic. They're just like plain Jane sort of faces. They don't have any kind of emotion showing, really. So very, very similar, but obviously you can see they're much, much smaller than these giant ones. So, I mean, giant obviously is the proper word to use for these because they are much, much bigger. And the only other comparison that I could ever do as well, too, is when we saw the movie, we saw it twice. So we got 2 of these toppers for Pop. So I can do a little bit of a comparison with these as well, too, which is kind of cool, actually. I'm glad that we got these because they look really cool. They're very, very detailed compared to the toys and stuff. Not exactly like the toys, but they're kind of cool. I think they're neat and everything. Every once in a while, I like to treat yourself and get yourself little toppers. And like I said, they're for Henry. They're for my son. They're not for me. Okay. So that's gonna do it for the comparisons. Obviously, you can see these things. They have a lot more articulation. You can even see the pins in the arms and stuff like that. And yeah, if you watch my opening of these figures, you'll see they do a lot more articulating than these big figures. And these little ones, they have absolutely zero articulation, so don't expect for them to move at all. But yeah, if you like this video, I am CountryBoy9 with an underscore in there somewheres. Go ahead, give me a like, subscribe, what have you. I'm on other platforms, Twitter/X, whatever, Instagram. I'm on a whole bunch of other things, including another channel on YouTube with my friends called Wasted Opinions. So give those guys a check out, give them a like, a subscribe. Those guys are awesome. But for now, that's going to do it for this unboxing of these giant Ninja Turtles. I do hope that someday we'll get a Donatello and a Donatello and a Michelangelo as well, too. But until then, stay green. And don't forget to check me out on Twitter, PSN, Twitch, and YouTube at CountryBoy9. That's with an underscore. Thanks for watching.